The Broncos are huge winners from free agency so far. They have now made themselves Super Bowl contenders with these three big free agency signings. Remember, last year, this was a defense that, despite not having a lot of household names on it, this was a top 5 unit. And with what they picked up in free agency this year, last year being third in points per game allowed, ninth in yards per game allowed, you bring in a linebacker like a Dre Greenlaw on a 3-year deal worth $35 million. When healthy, he's one of the 7 best linebackers in the game. He's going to tremendously improve this Broncos defense when he's on the field. Because not only is he going to address one of the few issues that they had on this defense, not really having good linebacker play, he's going to help that run defense out, and he also is really good in pass coverage. Now, he only played in 2 games last year due to him mostly recovering from a torn Achilles that he suffered in the Super Bowl, but this really hurt the San Francisco 49ers. To remind you that they did try to bring him back, and this wasn't the only 49er that the Broncos took off the market. They got safety Talanoa Hufanga. Remember him? In 2022, a few years ago, he was a first-team All-Pro. He was damn near the best safety in the game. 3 years, $45 million, $20 million guaranteed. This is a steal. A guy like him could have commanded a lot more probably, but he hasn't really been on the field that much. He's been covering from an ACL injury, but he still has the same impact. And the 49ers, with both Dre Greenlaw and Hufanga, they did try to bring these guys back, but they just didn't have the salary cap situation with the contract negotiations that they currently are having with Brock Purdy. They couldn't keep these 2 guys, but if they had the option to, they definitely would have. These are 2 players that played pivotal roles in the 49ers making it to the Super Bowl. The Denver Broncos last year already had damn near an elite defense. Now you add both Dre Greenlaw and Hufanga into the mix, you have a defense that probably is in conversation for being the best in the league. You got a lockdown secondary led by the defensive player of the year. You got him being backed up by Hufanga, who's going to be reliable in pass coverage. He also is going to be an enforcer against the run. I mean, it doesn't get any better for the Broncos on the defense side of the football, but that's not the only side of the ball that they invested money into. On the offense, they finally got Sean Payton one of the top things on his wish list, which is a joker. Now, what is the joker? Well, the joker is a hybrid player that Sean Payton likes to move around in his offense to create mismatches for defenses in the past. Guys who have filled this role have been Alvin Kamara, Jimmy Graham. These are players that have position versatility. You can play them at tight end, flank them out wide. They can play slot receiver, or if you're a running back, you can flank out wide, play slot receiver. Evan Engram has the perfect skill set that fits the mold of what Sean Payton is looking for out of this joker position. Because with the Jaguars, he was really productive. He also had a 900-yard season in the past. He's pretty athletic for his position. He can also play in the slot. You can move him at fullback, but you can also primarily play him at tight end. And he's on a 2-year deal, $16.5 million, fully guaranteed. You give Bo Nix another weapon. Now you got Cortland Sutton. You got him. Of course, you're going to probably end up getting a few more weapons in the draft. You already got one of the best offensive lines in the NFL. The Broncos are quickly and quietly becoming a contender, and they've done it within the span of a couple of weeks since the starting of free agency. Now, there's a few other signings that they've made, but these are the 3 ones that stand out to me the most as far as improving their odds of now entering the Super Bowl conversation.